Go ahead, ladies. You bet. I am on my way back to my motel room to check on my little dog. They didn't get my mom's surgery started till very late, 11:57. And she was supposed to start at 10, and we had to be here by 8, so I've got to get back and check on Taco. He's probably starving by now, because I thought I'd be back by about 10 or so. But anyway, I don't know. Just waiting. That's how it is with surgery, right? You just wait and wait. But luckily, I'm just a few blocks away from my room, and so I can go and check on him, give him a little lunch. Last night, we go to check into our room. Now, this is the place that I was raving about 2 months ago, Great room, could smoke if we wanted to. A little door to the outside, sliding glass door to the outside for the dog. And so we got there, and they checked us into a non-smoking room. So my mom called up there and told the guy, I think you have us in a non-smoking... I sit like this because I can't see over this chair. I think you put us in a non-smoking room, And so I was out trying to get all the stuff from the car. And I come in and she told me that. And I said, well, crap. So I called up there and I said, you put us in a non-smoking room? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, what should I do? And the guy goes, well, I can assure you, Miss Gwen, that if you smoke in that room, immediately gets all freaking pissed off. It's going to cost you $250, so you better not smoke in that room. I said, we're not going to smoke in this room. We're not staying in this room. You're going to have to give us another room. That's just it. My mom smokes, Like last night, she could have gone outside and smoked, but tonight she can't. So, I was like, no, you're going to have to give us another room. He goes, well, the only room I got is 107, and it only has one bed. I go, really? Okay, so you going to give me some of my money back? No. I said, well, why not? Well, that's just the rate. That's the rate of that room. I said, look, we started out with 2 beds and in a smoking room, and now you've stuck us in another room with 1 bed, and my mom is in a cast up to her, houdingy, and I'm supposed to have to share a bed with her now, which I ended up having to do. Got no sleep, of course. Anyway, they moved us over there, okay? So we go from 106 down to room, I gotta charge my phone, down to 111. Get in room 111, and tuck Mom into bed, get the rest of the stuff out of the car. 2 o'clock on the dot, she wakes up and she has to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go, Start looking around. I realized my mom doesn't have her walker. She had left it in that other room, She can walk on flat ground. It's trying to get up and down hills and bumps and this and that and the other, right? So I call down to the desk and I tell the guy, I need back in room 106 because my mom left her walker in there. Well, first of all, that's not what happened. I told my mom, you better call, and tell them. Because I'd already had like a little bit of, with that first guy. And so she calls down there and she tells him I left my walker in there. And he says, well, I don't have a key. And she goes, what do you mean you don't have a key? I don't have a key. And somebody's checked into that room, he says. And, I had noticed when I had Taco outside that all those rooms on the bottom had their lights on. They must leave the light on in those bottom rooms at night when people are going to check in. So I go down there and I look in the room, and the curtain is wide open on the sliding glass door, and there's nobody sitting there. There's nobody in that room. The only thing sitting there is my mom's walker. And so I went back and he told my mom, you're going to have to wait till 8 o'clock to get it. And talk to housekeeping. Don't call the front desk. Okay? So, by now I've just about had it. Not only that, but the cups and the coffee maker taste like soap. So I go down to the front desk, 7:30 on the dot, and the manager is there. So I tell her, well, I'm going to have to make a couple of complaints. I said, first of all, I told her about the first guy. And then I said, and then last night the guy says, well, you're calling me awfully late in the night. It's like 2:15. And Mom goes, yeah, you got something better to do at the front desk at 2:15? And he says, good night, ma'am. And he hangs up on my mother. Really? No. So I was pissed off because it makes me really mad when people treat my mom like crap, I'll stick up for myself any day of the week. I will go to the wall for my mom, Anyway, so I go down there and I proceed to tell the girl what happened. And I said, I'm a little bit pissed off because I've stayed here before. I requested a certain room. You didn't have it. It clearly states on the last info that the girl pulled up for me that it was a smoking room. Why didn't you do that for us in the beginning, And I said, not only that, but the first guy got rude with me at the desk when, it was you guys' fault we're in the wrong room. And the second guy this morning, from 11 to 7 shift, was so rude to my mom, I don't know if I'm going to stay here again, She says, well, I'm sorry, ma'am. I really am sorry, and blah, 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 I'm going to go ahead and credit you for last night. Now, see, this is the point I'm trying to make. Squeaky wheel always gets the grease, okay? So that's $55 right there. I don't have to pay now. You're going to credit me that. And she said, and the other guy, and she said, the first guy has worked for me for about 5 years, and he's usually really good, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sorry you had that problem, but, the second guy is new. He's only been with me for a while. And she said, and he's off this weekend, so you won't have to deal with him anymore. And I said, all right, But, there was no need for all that snippiness and hanging up on people and stuff, And I said, I worked in housekeeping for years, so I've worked front desks, and I've done all that kind of stuff. I worked at the Marriott for 6 years. Nobody at the Marriott would get away with talking to anybody, a customer like that, ever. No way in hell. You'd be fired immediately. Hold on. Got the little dog a little snack, And so she goes, well, then you should be able to understand that sometimes people have a bad day and they just take it out on the wrong person. I said, honey, in the service industry, there is no room for having a bad day and taking it out on the wrong person. I said, because by taking it out on me, I may never come back here again. Some people might put up with that bullshit, but I don't. The older I get, the less shit I want to take off of anybody. I feel like I've already taken so much shit in my life. I'm not taking any off of anybody no more. And I sure won't let my mom have to take any. Ever. If I can intervene and keep that from happening, it won't. Look at this great view from here. I do love it here, and I'll show you why. This is where the pool is at and stuff, and the lounge. It's not a lounge, it's like a room that you can use. That's the pool in there. I'm going to take you in there and show it to you. And I might even go ahead and use that hot tub tonight, depending. But that down there is my yard, see? That's where a hot tub that never works is at. That's my room right there. And my little dog can use all that area right there, and we have this fantastic view at night. It's lighted up and beautiful, So anyway, that's what's going on. Mom will be out of surgery about an hour and a half, recovery for 2 to 4 hours, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do next. So pray for Mom. All right. Peace. Love ya. Bye-bye.